Hello, welcome to my lesson on 7.1, which is obviously Chapter 7, Section 1, on adjacent and vertical angles. So first up, adjacent angles are two angles that share a common side and have the same vertex. How I remember adjacent angles is that they are two angles that are right next to each other. Alright, so looking at this example, angle 1 and angle 2 would be adjacent angles because they are right next to each other. They share the same vertex and a common side. 2 and 4 would not be adjacent because they do share the same vertex, but they do not share a common side. So on this intersecting pair of lines, 1 and 2 would be adjacent, 2 and 3 would be adjacent, 3 and 4 would be adjacent, and 4 and 1 would be adjacent. Vertical angles are also formed when you have intersecting lines, but they are opposite of each other. And the other neat thing about vertical angles is that they are congruent to each other. And what does that word congruent mean? It means that they have the exact same measure. So looking at these intersecting lines, this red line here and this red line here means that those two would be vertical angles, and that also means that they are congruent to each other. Same with 4 and 2. The two lines and the two lines match up, which means that 2 and 4 are vertical angles, which means that they also are the exact same measure. So adjacent angles are two angles that are right next to each other. Vertical angles are angles that are opposite each other, but the special thing about vertical angles is they also have to be congruent with each other. Adjacent angles do not have to be congruent with each other. They just happen to be two angles that are right next to each other. So adjacent angles, two angles that are right next to each other, do not have to be congruent. Vertical angles opposite each other and do have to be congruent to each other. So looking at this picture here, it says name a pair of adjacent angles. So there's lots of possibilities here that I could choose for adjacent angles. I'm just going to choose one pair. And I'm going to say I'm going to name this angle here and this angle here. Well, how do I name angles? Well, I have to trace along the side in order to name that angle. If you start with B, you're going to be wrong because B is the middle angle and that always has to go in the middle. So I would say angle EBF and angle FBA would be adjacent to each other because they share the same vertex. So I know B has to be in the middle, and they are right next to each other because they share a common side. All right, second part says name a pair of vertical angles. Well, the big clue with vertical angles is they have to be the same measure. So I look at this angle here and this angle down there, and those would be vertical to each other because I see the intersecting lines, and I see that those two angles would be congruent to each other. So to name this angle, I would say angle FBA and angle DBC. Now technically, I could have said CBD, and it would be talking about the exact same angle. And I could have said ABF, and that would have exactly been the same angle as well. If I were looking for another pair of angles on this one, you could actually find it, but it's hard to pick that out with that line right in there. So that's why if that line's in there, I would just look for the easy vertical angles instead of trying to name some difficult angle measures. All right, next page, you can pause the video and please try answering this question on your own. I did change it to just try and name one pair of adjacent angles and one pair of vertical angles for each of these. Okay, there are lots of possibilities for these ones, so I'm just going to name one pair of adjacent angles that you could have chosen. I would say this one and this one would be adjacent angles. So I would say for adjacent angles, angle ZWB and angle VWX. Those would be adjacent to each other. Then to name a pair of vertical angles, well, there are two pairs that I could possibly name. I'm going to choose this one and this one. So then the vertical angle would be angle VWX. And then the partner vertical angle would be potentially ZWY. Of course, you might have chosen another pair of angles. Just make sure that they are congruent to each other and they are opposite each other. Okay, question number 2. Again, lots of pairs on this one. So to name a pair of adjacent angles first, I'm going to choose this one and this one. So I would say angle PJQ and angle QJK would be two angles that are right next to each other that share a common side. Then to share a pair of vertical angles, there's lots of pairs of vertical angles on this one. I'm going to choose this one and this one. So a pair of vertical angles would be PJQ and angle MJL. Notice how I have J in the middle for all of these. I have W in the middle for all of these. And when I'm correcting, because these are kind of a pain to correct, because there's so many different letter combinations that would be the correct answer. But if I notice that you don't have W in the middle, then I know it's wrong. If I notice you don't have J in the middle, then I know it's wrong, and I can go from there. Next up, we need to tell whether the angles are adjacent or vertical, and then find the value of x. So they're talking about these two angles here that have values in them. And I'm looking at these two angles and I'm checking, nope, they're not right next to each other, but they are opposite each other. So I would say that these two are vertical to each other, and when they're vertical to each other, that makes it extra easy because I know that x has to equal 70 degrees because both of those angles have to measure the exact same measure. Now B is a little bit trickier. Now these two angles that we're talking about are right next to each other and share a common side, so that makes them adjacent. But when they're adjacent, that doesn't necessarily give me any clues to figure out what the value of x is. But I notice that they give me another clue down here. This little red corner here, that means that those two angles added together has to equal 90 degrees. So knowing that, I know x plus 4 plus 31 has to sum to 90 degrees. Well, remembering back a few chapters when I was combining like terms, that would simplify to be x plus 35 is 90. Then I would subtract 35 on both sides. So that will leave me with my answer, which is 55 degrees. So they are adjacent angles and x would equal 55 degrees. Please pause the video and answer these two on your own. Number 3, those would be adjacent angles. And I notice that they make a straight line, so that means it has to sum to 180. So 180 minus 85 means that x would have to equal 95 in number 3. 4, those would be vertical to each other because they're opposite to each other. And it gives me this little clue here that that one's 90 degrees. That means that the opposite angle has to be 90 degrees as well. Okay, 5, these are two angles that are right next to each other, so that makes them adjacent, but that unfortunately doesn't give me a clue. This little red arrow right there, or red square in the corner, that's what gives me the clue. So that means 2x minus 1 plus 69 has to equal 90 degrees. Well, those are like terms, so that would simplify to be 68. So then I would subtract 68 on both sides. 90 minus 68 leaves me with 22. And then I would divide by 2 on both sides, so that means that x has to equal 11 for number 5. Alright, next up is using your protractor to construct some pairs of angles. So this example here says draw a pair of vertical angles with a measure of 40 degrees. Well, first, you would use your protractor to draw a 40-degree angle. And then once you have your 40-degree angle, to turn it into vertical angles, you would just continue this blue line like so, and then continue the other blue line like so, and that makes intersecting lines, and with your intersecting lines, both of those would have to measure 40 degrees. Alright, to show you how we do that, so I have a line drawn here with my protractor. I just used my protractor, drew a straight line. Then I lined up my vertex in the crosshairs, and now I'm going to use my protractor to measure 75 degrees, which is about right there. So then I use my protractor as a straight edge, and I line it up so that I can draw a straight line from that spot right there where I marked 75 degrees, like that. Then what I want to do is continue this line going this way, And then I'm going to turn my protractor back to where it was, and I'm going to continue this line this way as well. So now I have intersecting lines where they both would measure 75 degrees vertically. All right, to get started on the homework assignment, how many pairs of vertical angles are formed with intersecting lines? There are 2 pairs of vertical angles. How many pairs of adjacent angles are formed? There are 4 pairs of adjacent angles that are formed. Second question says, which pair of angles would be congruent to each other? Well, 1 and 2 are not congruent to each other. They're adjacent to each other. 2 and 4 would be congruent to each other because they're opposite. 1 and 3 would be congruent to each other because they are opposite. 3 and 4 would not, and 4 and 1 would not. Explain why the angles you chose are congruent. The angles are congruent because they are vertical angles. All right, last one. I need to click on that little protractor and then bring it over into the Big Ideas Math website. And then I'm going to use it to find the measure of this angle, ABC. So let's start here at 0. And if I go all the way over here, that means that this angle here has to be 120 degrees. Well, if that angle is 120 degrees, then that helps me answer all the rest of the angles in this question. So ABC would be 120 degrees. And that would also mean that DBE is 120 degrees as well. Well, if this angle here is 120, this one has to be a straight line with it. So that means that this angle here has to be 60. And then this angle here also has to be 60 in order for it to totally sum to 360 degrees. Thanks for watching.